Extra depth now with the new district attorney. This week marked the first 100 days for El Paso's new DA in nearly 30 years. Last night on ABC 7 at 10, Yvonne Rosales explained her approach to the capital murder trial of the accused Walmart shooter. Rosales has already compiled a team of attorneys to oversee the high-profile case. She told me none of them were working the case under her predecessor.
The attorneys that I have handling this case and who are the lead attorneys have far more experience than some of the younger attorneys did. They were supervisors within this office. They are individuals that I did keep from the prior administration. One of our new attorneys on staff, she had been a prosecutor and handled capital murder cases from the Dallas area. So she's a very strong attorney that we brought in from out of town, and I think that'll give us a fresh set of eyes, a new perspective on the case.
And she also wanted the community to be assured that even though she and the team are new, the transition will not affect the case nor their pursuit for justice. But there have been a lot of questions about the transition. Rosales had asked everyone employed in the DA's office to reapply, and there were reports that the turnover rate was at 50%. I asked her if the overall transition is now complete 4.5 months into her term.
It's not 100% complete. We do have some vacancies available, but I feel that we adequately have filled the necessary positions to make sure that we keep everything operating smoothly.
Rosales said there are roughly 40 positions available or open, which translates to about 25% below full operation. She pointed out that jury trials are still on hold due to the pandemic, and she says she doesn't feel it makes sense to be at full staffing at this time. Now, several weeks ago, New Mexico Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham signed into law a bill that legalizes possession and sale of recreational marijuana. It goes into effect next year. Now, considering El Paso County butts up against the Texas-New Mexico state line, the changing legislation in the land of enchantment can and will affect El Paso. Rosales says she will be talking to Sheriff Richard Wiles and Police Chief Greg Allen about how to proceed.
During the campaign, we mentioned it. It's very difficult to prove and prosecute a possession of marijuana case, even in this own state, because of the fact that you can't test the THC concentration. So I stick with that. You know, if we don't have the lab results to prove that the marijuana on the individual contained a 0.3% or higher THC concentration, then I don't believe that we should be prosecuting those cases.
Rosales also said it will take work from law enforcement to determine if people arrested for possession are legally allowed to possess pot in New Mexico. For instance, New Mexico residents with medical cards. On another note, Rosales says the office is working to honor crime victims next week during National Crime Victims Week, and the Star on the Mountain will be lit in their honor. Now, last night, Rosales said during our interview that she felt the prior administration made deliberate moves to tarnish the new administration by negotiating and not finalizing plea deals before the transition. We asked former District Attorney Jaime Esparza for a response, and he said in a statement to ABC 7, as the elected DA, Ms. Rosales should know she has a duty to resolve cases as she believes is appropriate, including negotiating or changing a plea agreement. Ms. Rosales is not bound to my past plea agreements. I was honored to be the District Attorney for El Paso community and am proud of my work.